Hi guys, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Cuisinart Yogurt Maker. The reason I was interested in starting to make my own yogurt was because I watched a film called That Sugar Film, and it was basically about how sugar is terrible for you. And I think we all know that by now. But one of my favorite snacks for lunch is bringing in my yogurt. And I started noticing that when I looked at all the single serve yogurts that you find in the stores, they're all so high in sugar. Like most of them are probably about 14, 15, 16 grams on average. And 4 grams of sugar is equal to 1 teaspoon. So you're looking at about 3 to 5 teaspoons of sugar every time you have one of those small yogurt containers. And that's why everybody just loves them so much, because they're full of sugar. Yes, they're tasty, but who needs all that sugar when you're trying to have something like yogurt, which is supposed to be healthy for you? Anyway, I decided to purchase the Cuisinart Yogurt Maker because I thought that it looked, I don't know, easy to use, simple. It's a nice looking product. So here's the Cuisinart Yogurt Maker. It's actually quite good looking. One of the reasons I chose the Cuisinart Yogurt Maker is because it's easy to clean. It comes with this little container here, and you're going to make your yogurt right inside this container. Once the yogurt's done, all you have to do is remove it from the Cuisinart and throw this right into your fridge. It couldn't be easier. And then that way you just spoon out as much yogurt as you want when you're ready to eat it. The yogurt maker comes with the little recipe guide. I did try several recipes in the booklet, trying to get like the perfect yogurt for the consistency and the flavor that I liked. So I did try different thickeners, and I've tried cultures, and I found that they were still either coming out too thin or like really sour, and I didn't really like the taste. When you're used to having those sweet yogurts, you can't go from having a sweet yogurt to one that's like extremely sour. So I did try it with some of the suggestions in here. When you're making yogurt, you need to have a thickener. You can make it with cornstarch. You can make it with tapioca starch. Also, powdered gelatin is another thing. Some of the recipes call for dry milk powder, and I also tried it with the cultures. So this is a box of cultures that I purchased from the health food store, and I think it comes in a pack of 5. Yeah, it's 5. So in this case, if you wanted to, you would just mix one of these packets inside the yogurt to get it started. Now, when I used these packets, I didn't really enjoy the taste of the yogurt, so I stopped making it that way. With the Cuisinart Yogurt Maker, they do suggest that you don't really need to boil your milk, but I found that when I didn't boil the milk, the texture of the yogurt would come out too thin, and I didn't really like it. It was like very liquidy, and I prefer a little bit thicker yogurt. So for the best results for myself, I found that heating the milk would give me the best results. So I heat the milk to about 180 degrees, and I check it with a thermometer. And then after it gets to 180, then you're going to let it sit till it cools back down to about 112. At that point, you take your culture, or you would take, in my case, I'm using the full fat yogurt today. I boiled the milk to 180, and now Once you've boiled the milk, you let it sit till it gets to about 112. So that milk's been sitting there, it's ready to be mixed now. So I'll go get my yogurt. I like the flavor of adding another yogurt to make my yogurt. You need the bacteria and the culture from yogurt to make yogurt. So you're going to need about 6 ounces of yogurt. With yogurt, there's different consistencies to yogurt. Some of them are thin and some of them are thick. Some of them are sweet and some of them are sour. So you kind of have to experiment and figure out what it is that you enjoy. So I decided that for best results for myself, I prefer to use real yogurt. And you always have to buy a yogurt that's a full fat yogurt. This is the yogurt that I'm using today. You can use any brand that you enjoy. And it's got how much fat in here? This one's 3.2% fat. Some of them you can get up to 4%, so that works as well. The container has some measurements on it, and you can see when you're making enough yogurt for this container, you're gonna boil 1,000 milliliters, so 4 cups of milk. So I've gone ahead and boiled the milk. So I'm gonna mix in my my yogurt now. You just want to mix your yogurt and milk together and just make sure that it's thoroughly mixed. So when you think you've mixed it enough, just mix it a little bit more. So I've gone ahead and mixed my yogurt thoroughly, and I believe it's ready. So at this point, I would pour it into the container. You can see it just looks like milk at this point. Go ahead and put your lid on the container. You throw your container right into the yogurt maker. You put on your lid, and we're gonna plug the unit in. As soon as you power up the Cuisinart Yogurt Maker, it comes on to 6 hours automatically, and then you can adjust it up or down. I like to set mine to 8 hours. It works out the best for the consistency that I like after 8 hours. So you just press the up button here, the plus button, till it gets to 8 hours. So then, at that point, you just set it and forget it. After 8 hours, you don't have to worry about running down to get your yogurt, because what happens is it goes into a chilling cycle. I actually like to let it chill overnight. So by the time I get up in the morning, I'm gonna have like perfectly made fresh yogurt right out of the container. It's still gonna be chilled. One more added benefit about the Cuisinart Yogurt Maker is how quiet it is. It's running right now and you can barely hear it. Every now and then it makes a little bit of sound, but that just lets you know that it's actually running. With the Cuisinart Yogurt Maker, I honestly believe that things couldn't be easier. If you're gonna make yogurt, it's really simple. And it's mess-free. There's not a lot of cleanup, so I really like it. And I love the fact that it just chills itself, so even if you can't get to it for like another day, you don't have to worry about the yogurt you're making going bad. I love the fact that I can make my own yogurt at home and not have to worry about all the sugar you get in the single serve containers you buy at the store. The beauty of having my own natural, great tasting yogurt is that I can add whatever I want to it. So I can add different things to my yogurt. I like to add currants to my yogurt to give it a little bit of sweetness, but a natural sweetness. I can also add chia seeds, and I can also add pumpkin seeds. So that's what I usually do. I just grab myself a little container and I put in my pumpkin seeds and chia seeds and currants, and then I just take this little unit in my lunch. And you know those single serving packets you buy at the store, they do contain so much sugar, but and they're also so small, so that's like a portion. I can add a little bit more than I would normally get in a single serve container from the store, but it's all natural. I don't have to worry about it. And basically you can add anything you want to it, anything that you please. You can add frozen fruits, berries, I mean, you name it, you can add it. As far as cleanup goes, it couldn't be easier with the Cuisinart Yogurt Maker. I mean, really, there's nothing much to clean up. All you have to clean up is your little container that you have your yogurt in, and that's it. You're all done. With the Cuisinart Yogurt Maker, things couldn't be easier if you wanted to make your own yogurt, because it's so simple to use. You basically set it and forget it. In the morning, I'm gonna wake up to freshly made yogurt. I made it myself. There's no sugar in it, so that's awesome. Thanks for watching Ruth's review, and I hope you liked the video, and please don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.